Can't believe that's how I'm going to start 2026. Really? I'm going to sleep. Sorry, I have my agenda over here so I remember what I'm supposed to talk about. Hi, everybody. This is my kitchen. Try to angle it just right so it's not too embarrassing. How's it going? We're back. It took a while. And I'll be honest, I got a little frozen the past couple weeks because of everything going on. But spring comes, ice thaws. That's what happens. So we're here. Hi. Hi. I'm Hannah Parker. I am one of the pirates / owners of the company Blue Shark Friends. We are a trans disabled company that helps people build communities, build digital infrastructure for their communities. We started with our own community, and now we're about to start expanding to other communities. We have a couple clients who are who we're working with now, and are going to start building platforms for them so that they can have a separate way of staying in contact with everyone from their community. I hate the fact that we left the oven on. Turned it off. I hate the fact that you don't get brownie points for being right. And it's funny for all of us marginalized people who've been screaming at the top of our lungs that this shit was happening. And yeah, there's no reward. It just is what it is. So here we are. I want you to know you're here. I'm proud of you. That's a huge deal that you made it this far, that you held through, that you connected yourself with other people and held on to them. I've been watching people grow out their community, and I'm just really proud of you all. That's what we've been needing to do. And now we kind of want to hit the ground running. So, some updates. We have a store. It is the most basic. Our goal was to make a full-fledged store if our Kickstarter funded, but it did not. Josie's going to show you the store that we have. It's at bluesharkfriends.com/Kickstarter. So if you go to our website, you can get to it from the homepage. Basically, all of the Kickstarter items that people made for us, we are selling them through that store, and you can buy them one at a time. Like I said, it's a derpy store. Think, oh God, if you are my age, think back to like the early aughts of the internet where like they hadn't invented the cart yet in a lot of places, and you could just like buy one thing. If you want to support some of our people, like this is how you can do that. You can do that now. There's nothing stopping you. We have stock because of our Kickstarter, and what we wanted to be able to show people was that we could build alternate infrastructure so that we could support each other, even if we're going through a nationwide walkout or a nationwide strike. Even if things are bad and it's scary to get out of our house, that we have tools to be able to connect and support each other directly. So that was kind of the goal. And over the course of the Kickstarter, our community really came together. Like, I feel like it was a make or break moment. And in capitalism, they give you like a number and say, if you don't reach that number, you broke. And our goal was $10,000, and we raised like 870, 790, something like that. It's on our site. That should be a catastrophic failure. But instead, we watched as the government tried to cancel SNAP, which was affecting a number of our community members. And we watched as our community started to break down because of food insecurity. And then people started sharing recipes and sharing resources and different ways to actually get access. Um, our community really came together. That's what success looks like. And it's been hard to figure out, like, how do you measure success for community building um, in a way that's not just vibes, but then you see people actually doing the work of community, making it a space that is safe where people share with each other. Um, I told a friend recently that our goal has always been to build the digital infrastructure lagging behind our community so that we're building what our community needs rather than building infrastructure hoping our community will use it. Um, and it's been really cool. I lost my agenda. Next item. Yeah. So I'm really proud of us. I'm really, really proud of us. And I know things have gotten really scary, but we're just going to keep moving forward and we're going to show people what community looks like. And now we have a template that we've created for people to copy. And if you feel like you're stuck, um, if you feel like you're stuck, I suggest you set up a site on our ShiverNet because that's where we're going to put our focus for helping people connect and learn how to do this on their own. One of the things that we do differently is that we're not interested in recruiting a bunch of people. Like there are people who want to be our friends, who want to be connected with Blue Shark friends, and that's great. And um, if that's you and you haven't filled out our form that says, hey, I want to be a part of Blue Shark Friends, that's on our website. It's pretty easy to find. But if you don't want to be a part of Blue Shark Friends, but you still are looking for community, we've built a space for people who are like, hey, I just want to get started. I want to just announce that I'm looking. And that's the ShiverNet. And you can link to your site there. And if you've never built a site before, we can walk you through that. We have a couple different pieces out there walking people through that. And we're going to keep putting out more because we cannot let our communities get disconnected from each other by the whims of platforms we have no control over. So we have to build our own tools. We have to build our own structures. We have to take care of ourselves. No one's coming to save us. And I feel like that's made really clear. And I'm so excited to see how the community has really rallied in Minneapolis and how things are starting to shift because that's been what we've been needing. And um and so it's good. It's good to see that people are moving in that direction because that means we're going in the right direction. And I know a lot is scary, but people are showing up. And as more tools become more available, as we learn how to manage our tools um, as communities, we will get better at this. And I'm I'm just I'm proud of us. I really am. I I'm consistently surprised positively. And part of that is because I'm a bit of a pessimist. And part of that is because I'm a bit of a realist. Um, but people are showing up. And speaking of showing up, one of the things that happened during our Kickstarter is Snap got canceled, and we freaked out about food security. And so we started doing research on how to find a food pantry. And we finally got one good solid lead, and then Snap came back. And so that's not as much of an urgent thing, but now we have structures in place, plans in place for what to do if this happens again. And that we could still use a snack stuff. Like, oh yeah, no, we're still like working through that process. It's just not as like existential. Yeah. Um, so, but we have 3 places in the Denver area that are interested in being hosts for food. And we have one supply place that we would need a driver for. And so that's something that we are working on. Um, and that's something we'll share with people who are part of our community, and then they can share it with people who are part of their community. It's not something we're going to put in public because we live in crazy times. But we've been making progress on that. Okay, so we have the store, we have our community, we have my computer that went dead. It doesn't tell me what the next thing I was going to talk about. Community updates. Okay, so we've had a number of people talk about how they were interested in joining, and that's been really exciting. It was kind of incredible to watch people say, hey, I want to get involved as our Kickstarter failed, because it's like, oh, we're supposed to be failures, but people are interested in joining. Momentum and community building does not work the way capitalism works. And that's what's so exciting about it. It bumps and spurts, and momentum builds, and people get excited. And so one of the things that we realized over the past year is that we needed to give our members more control over how new people are going to come in. Because we had just gotten started, Josie and I kind of made up an onboarding process and said, this is it. But as our community and culture started to solidify, we realized that there needed to be collective ownership of how new people get brought into our community. Otherwise, it wouldn't feel like a community. So that is what we're going to be working on over the next couple of weeks. We're starting to meet with our Shiver every other Thursday and every other Tuesday. We have it alternating on weeks. So this week is Thursday, next week is Tuesday, then Thursday, then Tuesday. And that way we can try to catch everybody. Also, we are, my brain went foggy and I'm trying to get it back. We are also meeting with our partners on the every other Thursday, the ones that we're not meeting with our Shiver, and then the every other Tuesday is when we're going to be doing our live stream. So, kind of busy, but also not doing everything on the weekend, which is nice. It's really nice. It's something we definitely needed. Having time off is also something that I got to learn. I'm in therapy now. I have like appointments lined up. Sorry, that's just a really big deal for me because I was putting off taking care of myself, and taking a rest is what allowed me to like get back on board. Let's see. What else? I know. Oh, yeah. As time goes on, we'll start announcing our members' communities and what they've been building, and maybe even giving them a chance to, and this is me speaking off the cuff, giving them a chance to join our live stream and talk about their communities, so that people can start supporting them and following them, and that we can build a network that is separate from big tech, from everyone else, because we're having to build networks of trust. Like, one of the number one things I keep reading coming out of Minneapolis is how people have been infiltrating spaces, and we don't want that to happen. Like, you can't build trust if you're afraid that people are going to be able to infiltrate a space. And so we've developed this pathway for building trust within our community, and we want to share it with others. But we also want others to be able to do their own thing and share what they're doing. One of the things that we're going to be adding to our store, we should have it added by tomorrow or next Wednesday. Honestly, we're going to be doing weekly updates to our site. And actually, I think we decided we're going to do bi-weekly updates where
Usually, but it's not like it's conditional. If there's something to push out, we push it out on Wednesdays.
Okay. We're going to try to do weekly updates to our site. Also, on Wednesdays, I'm going to use that time to mail out stuff that people have ordered off of our site. So, very excited about that. Building a rhythm. That's a really big part of building community, is building a rhythm. So, we're here.
Maybe also worth mentioning that our current schedule was a discussion in the community.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that was something that we should mention. Sorry, Josie's giving me feedback off to the side. But we didn't hand the schedule down from on high. We talked about it with our community, found out what days worked best for them, and came to a conclusion point out of that. And so now we have a system, and we have people who have buy-in. We built an online store, and it feels like we built that out of vibes sometimes. How wild is that? This is something you can do. This is what I've been trying to say, is like, hey, if you're wondering what can I do, this is something you can do. You can look at your friends who are struggling, who need things. You can look at friends who aren't struggling yet, and just get prepared for those kinds of struggles. And you can build structures in place and say, this is how we're going to support each other. I reached out to someone that I thought had ordered from our Kickstarter because they had the same name, but then I found out that it wasn't the same person, which was really funny and kind of embarrassing. Anyway, I reached out to her and mentioned, oh, I thought you'd signed up for this Kickstarter, but if you didn't, that's fine. Here's the Kickstarter. This is what we did. And she looked at it and she recognized one of the people. I was like, wait, is that the same person I know? I was like, yeah. And so she ordered something right then. That was our first sale off of our website, which is really cool, really exciting. Because when people trust each other, they're able to take chances. And we need to take a lot of chances on each other right now. And so, one of the questions that I've been wrestling with, because I keep getting asked, because the very first thing we built was helping people launch their own websites. And one of the questions I keep getting is, why do I need a website? We don't want to be at a critical moment where we're supporting our community and we lose access to a platform that we don't have control over. Whether that's Trump going nuclear and trying to block Signal entirely, like block its servers from America, that'd be really intense. Uh, or whether that's just Instagram deleting your account and giving you violations for talking about stuff that's just happening. That's stuff that's we're already experiencing that. And people have found ways around it, but we want to find something that's permanent, that's ours. A place where we can actually do economic activity during a strike and not feel bad about it, because we know that we're supporting the people that we actually care about, that we are trying to support. Because the whole point isn't withholding our labor from each other. It's withholding our labor from the owner class, the people who are trying to push this country in the wrong direction. Yeah. So last thing, and I think I mentioned it, but frozen water whistles, that's what I'm going to call them on the site. Yeah, we're going to be adding that to our store. And I think we figured out a sale point of like $13 or $17. 13 or 17, one of the two. It'll be enough to make 200 whistles. So if you purchase it, we will package up 100 whistles and send that to you. And that way we can also give 100 whistles to someone else who just can't pay for that. So basically, it would be like buy one, pay it forward. We're going to be putting that out. We'll announce that when we do. And I will see you in 2 weeks. There's also another thing. We're going to be live streaming every 2 weeks instead of every week, catching our breath. But also, we're doing a lot. If you want to get involved, there are ways. And
that'll also potentially give us time to guest on other people's, streams if there's anyone interested in having us as guests.
Yeah, it also gives us a chance to be guests on other people's streams. So, yeah, we're here and we're getting started. So, times are going to be hard. I think we've known that for a while, and there's going to be a lot of moments when it feels like we might be coming out of it, and then it's going to suddenly get worse. And that's going to be okay. That's the time we're living in. But you know what? We shiver together. We're not alone. You're not alone. I love you all. Thank you so much. Josie said that if I went a whole hour talking, she would put me outside and lock me out the door. She didn't say that. But I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be helping y'all. If you're interested in getting a free free package of frozen water whistles, email us, info@bluesharkfriends.com. And yeah, you got this. You can do this, and I believe in you. Keep holding on to each other. Okay, I'll see you later. See ya. Bye.